Welcome to the new and improved Dysfunction Junkies podcast, where we may not have seen it all, but we've seen enough. And now, here are your hosts, Chrissy and Carrie.
I can't hear the music, so we're ready to go. Hi, Junkies. I'm Carrie.
Yeah, I'm Chrissy.
Did you hear the music, Chrissy?
You didn't hear? I did.
No.
How come Carrie can't hear?
I don't know.
So, I probably needed it because it Bluetooth directly into the...
I figured so. So, well, everybody,
But I still thought you would... I still thought you would hear that, but oh well.
That's okay.
Well, you know, we're learning
Hey,
here.
we're learning, everybody. So, hi, this is Carrie and Chrissy, and we are coming at you in our new format. We're coming at you with video. So here we are, Junkies. Chrissy, how you feeling about all this?
Is my smile fake enough for you? I'm trying really hard. I feel okay. I would have felt better if I was about 35 years younger, but we'll give it a try.
We're giving it a
I'm not
try.
going to hide who or what I am, so this is it.
Yeah, both Chrissy and I decided, at first when I was getting ready for tonight, I'm like, oh, well, I'll do my makeup, I'll do my hair. And I went, I'm not going to do this every time we record. So here I am. This is what I'm normally like. I got my hair up in a messy bun. I got my sweatshirt on. So anyways, but we are going to talk.
Yes, and I have my third grader ball cap on, yes.
Seriously,
That's how I roll.
Seriously, is it from third grade?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, it's a valid question.
It's newer. I don't know. I probably didn't wear a ball cap when I was in third grade. Now I do. I missed out. I feel I need to make up for lost time of not wearing a ball cap.
There you go. There you go. Well, today we are going to talk about spring cleaning. Boy, I have a lot of content for this today, but so as you all know, I have moved across country. I am here in St. George, Utah, and it's been quite the experience of spring cleaning over the past, I don't know, I think I've been in this purging and cleaning mode since October. I'm over it. So
Are you?
I really am.
I need to get started.
Oh,
So
well,
you definitely got one up on me.
here's the thing. We were doing so good. We were throwing things out. We were donating to Goodwill. We were giving things away. I really thought we downsized a lot until they came to pick up all of our stuff in the semi truck. And then it's like, oh, we still have a lot of stuff. Then we get here to the new house, which is actually bigger than our old house. But the way the rooms and stuff are, it's like I don't have as much room. It's really weird. So I'm basically still giving things away and throwing things out that I just paid to move across country. So
Well, I don't know who is that successful at not falling into that trap that you still have to give away stuff and you relocated it with you and you don't want it, but it is what it is. I'm sure you're, it's working out.
Yep, it is. So what did you find on your AI searching of spring cleaning and the dysfunctions of it?
It is dysfunctional.
Oh, gosh,
I
yes.
mean, look at you. You just moved a bunch of crap across country that you didn't
And
want.
I paid
That's
to do it.
dysfunctional.
And it
And you
wasn't
paid
cheap.
for it too. I'm sure it wasn't. I only moved 70 miles away and I know what we paid to move. And we didn't even have them move everything. We only had them move the heavy stuff.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. And that's why we don't talk to family anymore. They don't talk to us after that move. It was devastating for everybody. So it's the dysfunction of spring cleaning. And we have some points here. Overwhelming, as you know.
Very.
And you get burnt out. And there's decision fatigue. These are just the points that we're going to talk about, I guess. Of course, there's that lovely physical risk when you pull your back out or strain your legs.
I got a story for that. I took
or-
a face plant hard while we were moving, but we'll talk about that when we go through each one.
Oh my gosh. You didn't tell me about
Nope.
that yet.
Nope. Mm-mm.
All or nothing trap, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to know how blind I am. I'm really working really hard.
Just
and
put the
having
paper
it
up to your
in
face
my
and read
face.
it. There you go.
Yeah, that's what it
the
said.
Chrissy
All
I know
right.
and love.
Yeah. Emotional barriers. I'm not sure what that all means. I got my lovely printout, of course. And shifting to clutter
I
management.
love that line. Clutter management.
So, and you have a lot to contribute on this one because of your most recent adventure. So
Yes.
I think that's great. So who made it spring cleaning? I wonder how that all started. I guess after the holidays and it starts getting warmer and people can open up their windows and they think that they
Air
should
it out.
clean all the dust that their furnace
Yeah.
generated running all winter long.
Yeah, that's probably.
I don't know.
That sounds like we'll go
When
with
did
that.
you? We'll go with that. When did you fall into the spring cleaning trap, or are you spring cleaning all year round? God bless you.
I feel like because we have animals, it's always spring cleaning. I definitely feel that way. But I
Right.
will say, like when we lived in Ohio, as soon as the weather would break and I could open up the windows, that was 100% it. Open up the windows, air it out. And there were times, even in the wintertime, I would open up the windows for an hour just because I was like, I need fresh air, you know?
Right.
But yeah, for me, it's like cleaning is a constant thing, slightly germophobic in a way. And yeah, so I feel like I'm constantly cleaning, but yet at the same time, it's never clean enough. It's like always like I find dirt places, or I look at the baseboards and I'm like, ugh, I gotta wash those. Or I look at a light switch and I'll find one that has a spot on it and I'll be like going through the whole house cleaning light switches. So yeah, that all or nothing, that's kind of me with the cleaning. What are you laughing about?
Because I look at my light switches and I'm like, who had dirty fingers and turned on my light? And then I just walk right past and keep moving. My kid, I guess when you had kids, I don't know.
Yeah.
But of course, I don't remember ever getting away with putting dirty hand smudges on light switches when I was little. I
Right.
probably would have gotten in big trouble for that.
Yeah.
So I
Was your
guess
mom
I'm
a
just
big cleaner? Like I really, my mom would clean the house on Saturdays, and that was like the cleaning for Saturday mornings for like 2 or 3 hours. She would clean the whole house. What was your mom's schedule growing up?
yeah. I think that's pretty similar. She did. Yeah, she was pretty tidy. Not my father was real. I mean, she was tidy and clean
Yeah.
and kept everything the way it should have been. But he was a little obsessive.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's a military background type thing where or he might have just been that way.
Yeah.
But he wasn't in charge of the whole house, but his areas, like he had his family room where,
Yes. The TV.
everybody had to go down and
The man
where
cave.
the TV was. And he was in charge of that and he kept that real neat. And of course he had his own bathroom and that was always pretty pristine. So, but I think my mom had a similar schedule like your mom, once a week that was doing the major stuff.
Yeah. I really honestly can't tell you ever seeing my dad clean anything. Oh
really?
yeah.
Wasn't your dad did serve in the military though, right?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, he didn't.
No.
Oh, I don't know why I thought
I
he
think
did.
he did
Okay.
like ROTC or something like that in high school, but no, he was not in the military. I honestly don't ever remember him running. I never saw him run a vacuum. Never saw him clean a toilet. He would occasionally maybe clean some dishes in the kitchen. That I would say. But in general, no, all my mom's. So, but I don't ever remember like dirty fingerprints on the light switches or the baseboards being dirty, but yet I don't ever remember seeing my mom clean them. So I don't know where my obsession with it has come from.
Probably just didn't. It wasn't anything that was. I don't remember seeing her do that, but I don't remember
Yeah.
seeing anything either.
Yeah.
So it just somehow got done. But well, you have a little bit of background with military personnel.
Yes.
Was
Previous
that
relationships.
individual? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that were they pretty picky about that kind of thing?
I don't remember that, but we were only together for such a short time in a shared household. So I don't
Right.
know. So I can't say it rubbed off
Well,
from me from
maybe
there.
must not have been. Well, yeah, no. I'm sure you pretty much been conscientious about it for a while.
Yeah.
So when we first got married, I think I tried to do the Saturday thing.
Yeah.
But then I started having like hostility that this thing that I didn't like doing very much was taking up my Saturday.
Yeah.
And then I sat down one time because I always try to make everything way more complicated than it needs to be.
Really?
And I think I wrote out a schedule. Yeah, not me. Of everything I was going to do. Like if I said, well, if you just do one thing every day
Right.
and get to it eventually, then you won't be so overwhelmed.
Right.
You know? So I like made this whole schedule. Like I was going to do this.
Yeah.
Just just do the carpeting,
Right.
run the vacuum all over this day.
Yeah.
Do your windows on this
Yeah.
day, that kind of stuff. I have yet to adopt it, but
And this was
I'm
written
working
when?
towards it.
19.
That's been a couple
98 or
years.
something.
No, there was a 20. It was probably just a couple years ago, but I'm going to try it. I don't know. So it helps me out a lot, which I think is good when you can do it as a couple.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Jim definitely speaks
I need to ask the kids to do stuff.
Yeah. Jim speaks my love language.
I mean,
for
a
sure.
little bit, but. Oh, really? What is the
he
words that he says that are
at nighttime before, like I'll usually go to bed before him, and he'll clean up the kitchen. He'll get all the kitchen cleaned up, dishwasher started, get the bird food bowls out, get them like that's huge for me. Just that little bit is just like, thank you. So yeah. Because then I don't feel like it's all on me.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
No, that's wonderful. No, I have no complaints. Nick's a hard worker.
Yes.
And sometimes I'd have to say, probably all the time, I'd have to say he's probably working a little bit harder than me because I get distracted a little bit.
Oh, definitely. I know that. Like, definitely. The emotional barriers, when you were saying about that one, for me, I interpreted that as like, I couldn't throw something away whenever we were in Ohio. I was like, no, I can't get rid of that. No, I got to keep that. We moved here. The stress of the move. Oh, don't even get me started on the moving company. Oh my God, what a nightmare.
He seems to have a moving company story.
Oh, yeah, I got some stories for that. But in any case, after all that frustration and things were coming in, things came in broken. We did have something stolen. Our Blackstone griddle was stolen.
Oh, man.
Know. Brand new in the box. We hadn't even used it yet.
You mean somebody at the moving people did it?
Yes, they did. Yes. I had,
Oof.
because you know me, a little OCD about things, I had a very detailed list and a number of every single box that we had. So every box had 2 stickers on it, had what was in it in general and a number. And I had a spreadsheet. So I knew exactly how many boxes were on that truck, how many pieces of furniture, everything was labeled. So as it was coming off the semi, I was literally standing there cross-referencing everything. And the only thing that didn't come was our brand new Blackstone griddle. Yep.
And what was their excuse for this?
I haven't even talked to them because, it's not worth the fight for me. And I know that's horrible, but it's just like this company it was so horrible, the experience. It was 100% completely different than my experience across country, which was a different company, but still, it was horrible. The most stressful thing. And from what I understand, the whole moving industry is kind of like it's fallen into this decline, and that this is just basically commonplace no matter what moving company you pick with. But it was a nightmare. So when things came off the truck and they were broken, damaged, whatever, I just was to the point where I'm like, I'm just glad I got most of my stuff. I mean, we got everything arrived except for that one thing. But then there were like 10 pieces that were broken, including one of my recliners was completely shattered, broken, unusable. And yeah, and a couple other things were broken enough that I was just like, and they were pieces that I struggled whenever we were moving at this emotional barrier. I couldn't break that barrier to say, let it go. I don't need it. It's, so I brought it only to throw it out when it got here because it was broken, damaged, or I didn't have room for it. And I'm just like, that's what it took me to get over that emotional barrier to be like, okay, it's out. I have no that. I guess this ties in with that emotional fatigue or something. Was that what the other statement was on there?
There
Decision
was,
fatigue.
it
Yeah.
was, decision
Yeah.
fatigue, which, yeah.
I was just like,
I get that before I even make a decision. I'm fatigued first. It should say fatigue decision making. I don't know what it should say. Yeah, and then the overwhelm and burnout was the top two there.
Yeah.
You obviously experienced pretty much all of this.
Oh,
what it sounds
this
like.
was
Just in your moving experience. This wasn't even your spring cleaning.
no. Well, my spring cleaning this
I
year.
guess this applies to this. This applies to moving also. I guess I guess it's a good start since you've moved. This is probably a good first show.
Yeah. And that's why I thought you picked it, to be quite honest. So,
well, I picked it before you left, but I'm glad. I guess I'm glad. I mean, not glad that you had to go through this, but it's obviously current and fresh in your mind. But
so here's here's the crazy thing about the moving story. So, I don't know. I've been debating whether or not I want to say the company's name because I mean it's my experience with them, but I also don't want to give them any free advertising by saying their name. But if you message me, I will be glad to tell you, listeners, if you want to know who this horrible moving company was. But in any case,
there you go.
Yeah,
that'd be bad.
Yeah, I joked around and said that, well, first of all, they were supposed to be a carrier, not a broker. So a broker simply, they're going to get your job and they're going to pawn it out to Joe Schmo's moving company.
Whoever's available.
Yeah. Carriers has their own trucks, their own company, blah, blah, blah. And that was very specific reason why I picked this company, because I didn't want a broker. Well, guess what? They lied. They're a broker. So this rinkety dinkety truck shows up, and it wasn't a semi truck. And it was a 30-foot box truck. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why is this box truck showing up to my house? And they're like, oh, well, we're going to put it on a semi truck. And so right there was my first anxiety, because I'm like, no, I want to see my stuff go in the truck, the door shut, and know that when it comes to me, they're opening it and it's not being passed around. So see,
it hasn't been moved around several times. That is a red flag.
It is.
You're right.
So this isn't why I was so glad I had everything labeled, but also why the item was stolen, because who knows how many hands were touching it from my house to the warehouse to the semi truck to whatever. We were joking around saying that watch when the semi truck comes, it'll be like an old moving company that, a previous moving line that had the paperwork all, the logos and stuff all stripped off, that they bought this like at a used semi truck auction kind of a thing. Sure as shit. When this semi truck pulled into our neighborhood, the first time we saw it, when it arrived here in St. George, it sounded like it was on its last leg. It was like ka-clonk, 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 coming down.
Oh my gosh.
And it was exactly that. You could see the old logos on this semi truck of a previous moving company. They literally had a 8x10 piece of paper taped to it with the typed on it the new name of the company, and it was like just taped to the side of the truck.
Oh my gosh.
It was like, God, here it is. But the funny part was, after they left our house, they had a load to go to Las Vegas, 2 hours away. So we're like, oh, well, good luck to those people. So then a couple days later, we're on the golf cart going through the community, just cruising around, checking it out. And we round this bend, and by God, that same semi truck was a couple streets over picking up a load. They were hired to move somebody out. And I made Jim go and drive over there. And we sat there for like 15 minutes. I was waiting to see the owners, because I was going to tell them, man, to be on top of these people, because your stuff's going to get stolen, your stuff's going to get broken. Like, I was ready to like give these owners a total heads up. And Jim's like, no, you can't do. What are you going to say to them? I'm like, I'm going to tell them what a shitty company they are that they hired so that they have a heads up. But the people never came out.
Did you talk to?
No.
Oh, they never came out.
I don't, honestly, I'm not even sure if they were home. And then the truck parked there for like 2 days. And we kept saying, like, why is that truck still there? And I'm like, I bet you it broke down. It probably broke down. They couldn't pull away. The truck broke down because you're not allowed to park in this. I know.
Gosh.
Oh, God, it was so fun. So anyways, we digress.
Well, that's terrible.
I know.
No, it's fine. Well, I mean, it's, you're cleaning to move,
Yeah.
or you're just cleaning to
Clean.
because it's
Right.
spring, I guess, right?
Right.
But no, that's a nightmare.
Oh, it was.
That's probably why I just don't want to ever
Move.
ever. Well, somewhere, but not real far away.
Across the street.
Yeah, there's still extra lots in this development. If
go.
I think I need to change up my house, maybe I'll just buy another piece of property and move 2 doors down. That speaks volumes about my energy level, which is nil.
So
So,
you guys asked why spring and why is it spring?
oh, he looked it up. Yes,
Oh.
let's hear this.
Gemini.
So
what did it
yeah,
say?
so couple different things. The Persian New Year,
The what?
the Persian New Year,
I don't know any Persians.
Iranian,
Okay.
modern day Iran is Persia. I mean, I didn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So occurring on the first day of spring, this tradition involves. I don't even want. I know I'm going to mess up pronouncing it, but it's Kanetakani.
Oh my gosh, you even tried
What?
it?
Well,
Well,
that was
it's
impressive,
shaking the
Nick.
house to. It's called shaking the house to welcome the new year with a fresh start and good fortune. Also, in the Jewish tradition, Passover. Before Passover, homes are thoroughly cleaned to remove all the leaven food.
11.
Chinese New Year, a deep cleaning ritual that symbolizes sweeping away bad luck and misfortune. And then practical necessity. Before modern heating, homes were sealed against the cold, resulting in a buildup of soot from the candles and the fireplaces, making spring the time to open windows, air out rooms, and scrub away winter grime. Which I could relate to this. I mean, we did have modern heating, and I'm not that old, but both of my parents smoked in the house,
Oh.
and they frequently washed the walls
Oh.
while my mom did. But she would very seasonally, like clockwork, always wash the walls, and it probably had a lot to do with
Yeah.
the fact that they both smoked in the house when I was growing up. So,
Surely.
and then there's some ancient Greek and Roman roots as well. Similar rituals performed during the Greek celebration of Great Lent and the Roman festival of Lupercalia. So the term itself gained traction in our country during the late 18th and early 19th centuries, evolving from the necessity of physical chore into a widespread symbolic tradition. So here we are today.
Here we are.
Would you say then that this is like a lot of other traditions that are now pretty strong in this country, that it came over with the people coming over from Europe
Yeah.
and other countries?
Probably.
Probably.
So, because the timeline you're talking
Yeah.
about, that makes me think that's probably the case.
And what I'm hearing is that cleaning has been something dysfunctional forever, for all times. I mean, listen, all different, it doesn't matter what region, whatever, what timeline, cleaning, dysfunction.
I think we've probably made it worse as time's gone. It does seem like our families, mothers, and I don't want to make this into a female male thing,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Well, it's because
you
of
go
the
back
time
a
we
little bit.
grew
It's
up.
kind of what it is. Yeah, it just seemed like they kind of did it. And maybe, again, I wasn't that interested in paying that much attention to anybody around me. So I'm trying to think of the people I saw on TV, what they were doing in their houses. Probably wasn't paying attention to what was going on in mine, but they seem to do it effortlessly. Like
Yeah.
my grandmother,
Yeah.
I think, with this sort of, she was in a wheelchair, but she used to roll over.
Oh, Chris.
She would roll over.
Chris.
She would dance. Nothing held her back. I'm being very,
That's good.
compliment. She didn't let it stop her,
Yep.
and she kept her house, tidy. So I do remember that,
You're giving me ammunition now. I'm gonna be like, your grandma who's in a wheelchair could do it. Why can't you?
Well,
Chrissy, did you have
she
to?
didn't watch this. There wasn't as much on TV now, God, and now it's even worse. I can watch whatever I want, whenever I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. What were you going to say?
I was
Carrie?
going to say, did you have to do chores growing up?
No. And I don't even know how to assign that.
Oh,
Nick
so your
wants
kids, you don't have
our
your.
daughter.
Yeah.
No, I mean he wants like our oldest. He thinks she and I'm like, well, I don't what? How do you do that? You mean they'll do that? That seems strange to me. Did you have chores, Nick? He didn't either. He didn't have them
No, but
because he had 4 older sisters.
yeah, but I did just as much cleaning as they did. Probably not much, but
All right,
no,
fine.
but my mom was very egalitarian, you know.
Oh boy, here comes one of them words again.
word
I
of the
I don't have the
day
energy to
is-
look that up. Define, please.
Egalitarian, just equal.
I thought it meant you had a big ego. What did you say?
Equal.
Egalitarian? What?
Equal.
Egalitarian.
There's a G in there.
Egalitarian. Huh?
It sounds like there's a G.
There is a G in
Oh,
egalitarian.
I thought you
Yeah.
were saying equalitarian.
Now he's looking.
I gotta look it up now.
Gotta look
Maybe
it
I'm
up.
saying it wrong.
While he's doing that, let's see.
All that-
Carrie, did you
all
have chores?
All that education I had, right?
Yes, I did.
Were you assigned chores? You were. Okay.
Yep.
What was the least favorite of your chores?
I don't really remember if I had. I can't really say that I minded doing chores. Like I never. It was just you just did them. You know what I mean? So like I would help with the vacuuming and the dusting, and I would have to clean up my room. And obviously, when we had animals, I had to take care of the animals, and the animals were always supposed to be taken care of first. So like in the morning, you went out and you fed the animals, took care of them before you had your breakfast. And same thing at night, you had to go take care of them before. So like that was always ingrained, and I still do that to this day. I get up in the morning, I take care of all the animals, then I take care of myself, you know. So I can't really say I never had anything that was terrible that I had to do. But again, I think it was also I didn't have a choice, you know. This is you did it. So but I remember also, I mean, it was from early age too. Like as far back as I can remember, I was doing some kind of chores. I didn't get paid for it. It was no like foreign allowance. It was just you did that.
Nobody let you in on the fact that you could have been earning cash for this?
Nope.
It's egalitarian with a G.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, relating to or believing in the principle that all people are equal and deserve equal rights and opportunities.
In your household with your family,
Well,
this sounds
just my mom.
very.
There was no, although my sisters would argue this point. I think my mom treated me pretty equally to my sisters. They would say no, I was spoiled, blah 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 blah. But you know, because I was the youngest also. But no, I did my share of cleaning around the house, and I think to this day you're probably benefiting from that.
Oh boy. Maybe I shouldn't have pulled this as a topic to talk about.
I'm loving that people are going to see your facial expressions now because you have the best facial expression.
Right. I need to wear one of my Ben Cooper masks so you can't see my face. Anyhow, what's the next thing? What is this? Emotional. What did that say?
We said emotional barriers. Oh, physical
yeah, that's
risks.
it. Now this.
We have to talk about the physical
Yeah,
risks.
so let's talk about what happened here with your physical. Again, this isn't about spring cleaning, but you're moving, but you got hurt.
It's all
So let's
tied
hear
in
about
together right now. It just happened to be my spring cleaning was a spring cleaning move across country, but it happens, trust me. So so we have boxes everywhere. You know, I was trying to get this office set up so that we could get back to recording. And I mean, it was just boxes and boxes and boxes. And so I bought this new desk. And so it was still in the box on the floor, but it was so heavy. So it was just kind of like somewhat in the hallway and somewhat half in my office. And we knew we were going to get to it, but it wasn't going to be for another day or two. But it was just too heavy to move. And I'm like, just leave it there. So I was walking and I had to go down the hallway past it. And somehow or another, I tripped over it and I started to fall. And then I kind of caught myself, but then I tripped on something else and fell, and I totally face planted. I mean, just boom, face planted. Jim was in the living room. He was like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And I was laying on the floor, more like, I, I mean, yeah, I banged up my knee, and like I was banged up, but I was fine. But I was just laying there, like, I give up. Like I was just like so defeated. And Jim's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh my God, oh my God." And then I got up, and he goes, "I can't even believe you're able to stand after the fall that you took." Because I mean, I went down hard and flat. I mean, just I had things in my hand that literally like flew across into like two rooms down. It was bad. So yeah, there could be definitely physical injury when you're cleaning,
Well,
because things get in the way. You're taking things apart. You're emptying things out to
you're moving
reorganize. You're moving
things,
things.
stuff up you probably shouldn't pick up because it's too heavy.
Right. Climbing up on ladders. Okay, so here's the other thing. Like, we have these in the kitchen, the cupboards don't go all the way to the ceiling. So there's a space. So I was putting some decorative pottery up there. So I'm climbed up on this little ladder, and I'm walking on the counters to reach over the top. Jim comes in, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're gonna fall, you're gonna fall." It's like he's literally walking around, like holding on to me, which I think almost made me feel more like I was going to fall than just being up there by myself. But after him watching me face plant, he wasn't leaving me by myself. So I could see how spring cleaning could be a physical risk to one's well-being.
It is. It is. It seems to be an emotional and physical nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
100%.
why are we doing it? It needs to. Is there anybody who makes? What I'd like to know is if there's anybody out there who actually makes spring cleaning fun. Because I bet you the right type of person could probably do it.
Like Mary
and
Poppins.
Probably make it.
I'm cleaning.
No, I guess.
Or is that Cinderella?
Mary Poppins.
Cinderella.
No, well, no. Cinderella was just abused. Mary Poppins, maybe, I don't know. People who are organized
Yeah.
and enjoy organization to a level. I enjoy organization. I don't enjoy doing
You
it.
enjoy it
somebody
when
else
it's
to do
done,
it
but
for
not
me.
the process of getting there.
Correct. Very much so.
Yeah.
So, but
So,
I don't know.
mm.
Now, when you fell,
Yeah.
not to focus on falling, did you like fight so you wouldn't go down? I tripped. I found out that I have somehow they did all these x-rays on my back. I wasn't having pain, but my posture is not great. And I was concerned. And so they did all these x-rays, and they found out that I have a small fracture in my vertebrae.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't have pain or anything though, but it definitely is going to affect my posture. So I got to try and be real conscientious about how I sit and stand. And I fail quite often. Nick's always trying to overcorrect me when the way I'm slumped over, but, and it causes me to trip on my left foot a lot. So when I walk, I don't walk as quick as I used to because I'm afraid I'm going to fall, but I do catch like
Your
toe part of my shoe. Yeah. And then I start falling forward. I have gone down a couple times. My oldest daughter was there, I think twice when I did it. And she probably thought I was having a heart attack. So all of a sudden, I just went down and was on the floor. And I kind of would just sit there and like make sure I didn't break any. At this point, you're wondering, did I break something?
You're doing the internal assessment. Okay, heads
yes,
okay, arm
before
okay,
I
good.
move.
Yeah, exactly.
But I do know that I've started to trip, and I really fight not to, fall forward. And sometimes when you do that, you actually will like you said, face plant.
Yeah.
Because you've like pushed yourself too far. And now you're headed to something that's going to disconnect with your face.
That's pretty much what happened. I think the only thing that saved me from actually smacking my face into the floor was I fell over that box So the box was just a few inches that spared my nose because I mean, I was flat, but that box, because I
Ugh,
kind of went over it a little bit, was just enough lift that it spared me from breaking my nose. But no, I think what
well, that's
actually,
good.
just from, I don't know, being around animals, riding horses or whatever, I've kind of learned how to fall, I guess you can say. So, I was catching myself appropriately, but then when I caught my foot the second time, there was nothing I can do. I was already in the almost going down position, and that was just it just catapulted me forward and flat. But yeah, there was a few minutes of self-assessment there of yeah, this was a bad fall. So now we're at the age when we go to the doctors, are like, have you had any falls in the past year? It's like, well, yes. So,
I'm like, well, define the
yeah,
fall. Like, how do you mean? Yeah, I don't know what to say, and I have enough that I have to talk about when I go to the doctor, so I don't need to talk about anything else
you
that's
need to add
distracting
to
off
it.
my main topic. No, so I usually just check no. I haven't fallen 10 times since the last time I saw you. No. I'm just looking quickly as we wrap this up. Chemical exposure,
Yeah.
physical injury we covered, burnout and resentment, psychological distress, the all or nothing. That's another thing I think I fall into. I feel like if I'm going to do this, I need to do it to the
Yeah.
extreme. And that's what sort of basically, it
Burns you
defeats me
out.
before I get
Right.
started because I just thinking about it
Yeah.
exhausts me.
You bit off
Um,
more than you can chew, kind of a thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Instead of
Hoarding
yeah.
behaviors. Well, we know about
Yeah.
that. But I'm breaking
You're
myself
doing
involving
good. You're
this.
on your way.
I'm trying. And then there's how to counteract the dysfunction. So
How do
there's
we?
a silver lining here.
And
So it says micro cleaning.
yeah.
Instead of a full weekend, this was just what I was talking about at the beginning.
Yes.
Set timers. Oh, you just have to clean for 15 to 30 minutes and then you stop.
I've done that. I've set a
Like,
timer and said, set the Alexa for an hour, and I'm only going to do this for an hour, and then I'm going to stop, because otherwise, and see, this is what I was getting into that first week we got here. I was so like, I got to clean, I got to unpack, I got to do it. And we were running ourselves into exhaustion. I mean, pure exhaustion. And for me with my lupus, that just like exasperated it. So I finally had to start saying, I am only going to unbox like 5 boxes, or I'm only going to do this for an hour, or I will stop at 9 o'clock. So good strategies.
it sounds like you can make this into a fun game with your significant other. And you could like you said, set a timer or maybe play a song. And then when the song stops, you have to get to a specified
Oh,
chair in the house
like,
first. And whoever
what's that game?
gets to the chair first doesn't have to do any more cleaning anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I just developed the best game ever. Musical chairs.
Chairs. Right. There you go.
So I'm going to play this song and we both clean. And then when the music stops, you have to get to whoever gets to the chair first is done for the day.
There you go.
I think
That's
might
a
be
good
my
one.
way to get into this.
Nick,
You
tell
have
me
to
how
give you
that goes
permission.
later.
You have to be able to give yourself permission to fail.
Yeah.
Geez, it's just cleaning. It's not like you're making a life decision here, but give yourself permission to fail. Because this doesn't speak any volumes about you or who you are. Let me see here. I don't know what this says here because I can't read it. Oh, I don't know what this word is. Gamification. Distraction. Oh, hey, this is what this recommends. Listen to podcasts or music to make the boring task of cleaning more stimulating. So I guess we should tell everybody to listen to us
While you clean.
and yes. And then outsource. Well, that's where I want to go right there.
There you go.
I like that.
Molly
That's the
made.
perfect outsource it. Get yourself somebody who you can trust to help you out.
There you go.
So Happy spring cleaning, everybody.
Happy spring cleaning. Definitely. So while you're spring cleaning and listening to podcasts and everything, make sure that you also cut some time out for yourself and take some rest and don't let yourself get overwhelmed and burned out.
Yeah, and if you're like Carrie and I and you fall down in the process of cleaning, wear something fluffy and roll around on your floor a little bit. Multitask.
There you go. Oh, well, this is fun.
So then you can.
I'm glad that we're back on this. We look forward to this new format and coming at you not only through the audio, but now you can visually see us. Be sure to check out our Facebook page. We'd love to hear your cleaning stories. Did you have any unsurprising falls or moving horror stories? We want to hear it. So let us know. Find us on Facebook. And then also for the month of, what month are we in now? We're in March. For the month of March, our Junkies Care Initiative is Best Friends Animal Sanctuary. If you haven't heard about it, you might want to tune into our Junkies Care episode that was posted on the first of the month. It's a great organization. They do a lot for the animals. It's the largest animal sanctuary in the country, located in Kanab, Utah. So check them out too. But otherwise, we'll see you next week.
Everybody.
Bye.